Doom, 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 doom. Whoo! Whoo, let's do it. Good morning, everyone. Broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. On the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we try to bring with you the joys of living in Mexico. Woohoo! We got a bunch of people in the house today. Oh, we got Catherine from cold Eastern Washington in the house today. We got my neighbor, that girl. She lives a couple of blocks away. She just got back from North Carolina visiting her mother. And Nemo is in the house. Hey, good morning from cold Florida. Happy to be here. First question is the drive from Tucson to Mazatlan safe for a senior solo woman? Have lots of questions, and Nemo, ask away. That's why we are here. We're here to answer your question. Miriam is in the house. Hola, Miriam. It's time for you to give me another phone call so we can talk some more. Time to get some food going. Okay, and of course, Don Cole is in the house watching from Puerto Vallarta. Woo! Ha! Don Cole is a trip. You never know where she's going to be. I think last week she was in Jamaica. That girl don't go anywhere where there is snow or where it is cold. You don't see Don Cole, no. But I got to give a shout out to the first guy that was in the house this morning, Scott Ward from snowy, rainy mountains of Northern California. Happy to see everybody in the house. And if you're new here, please ask all the questions. We're here to give you any information that we can share with you about the joys of living in Mexico. I have a lot to cover this morning. A lot is going on down here. And we have Thomas in the house from Tucson, moving to Mexico in 12 months. Don Cole. I was hoping to visit Mazatlan, but folks here have been advising not to travel there. I have a travel tip on Mazatlan and the safety of Mazatlan specifically. When it comes to cartels and narcos and violence, and everybody knows about 10 days ago the government picked up El Chapo's kid and put him in, locked him up. So he's locked up for right now, and buses were getting burned up and cars were getting burned up. And this happened back in 2019. Same guy. They picked up the same guy. His nickname is the Mouse. Okay. Actually, in Spanish, his nickname, I think, is El Raton, which means the rat. I don't know which one they call him in Spanish. But Raton, yeah, you can say it's a mouse, but I think it's the rat. But anyway, they picked him up back in 2019. They did the same thing, burned all the stuff down, and then the president let him go after 3 days. They didn't let him go this time. But a piece of information that I picked up from an anonymous source, a very reliable anonymous source, this person told me that one of the safest places in Mexico, should there be any violence, is Mazatlan. Well, why would that be? Let's ask our co-sponsor over here. Bill, why would it be that Mazatlan is one of the safest places in Mexico? Well, let's answer that question. Mazatlan is one of the safest places in Mexico because many many very wealthy narcos and cartel families come here for vacation. So the narcos, they leave Mazatlan alone. You're going to be safe. You come to Mazatlan, you're going to be safe because the cartel people don't mess with their own. So down in Puerto Vallarta, you ain't got no protection down there. But in Mazatlan, ain't no big narcos go down to Puerto Vallarta. That's where the trailer trash go. The real rich narcos come up here to Mazatlan, so it's totally safe up here. What else? What else we got going? Oh, we got Jack Webb in the house, and he's talking. What's he talking about? Drove from Hazard to Lexington this morning. I live on the tip top of a mountain. It was so slick, but I made it. The 120 miles, Jack. Soon you'll be down here in San Antonio, living right down the street from Granny with all her reefer, and James and Rena right down the street. And Jack Webb, please let us know if you have rented out that apartment. You're building a brand new place. We got Lee Hawkins in the house. Woohoo! Good morning from Houston. And we got a surprise visit. We got a surprise visit from Mr. Man, Dr. John. We call him Dr. John because he's a retired doctor. He's been on the show, Crapo Productions. We need to see more of those videos. And just showing up from Dallas, which is my middle name, is Nana. 621. One day, Nana, you got to tell us what that means, 621. So let's get back to the show here. Okay, now, someone just asked, is it safe to drive if a person of her age, let me scroll down here. Let me scroll down. Here we go. Let's go back to here. Good morning from cold Florida. Happy to be here. First question is the drive from Tucson to Mazatlan. Is it safe for a senior solo woman? I have lots of questions. Okay, well, let's get right to that. Tell you what. Oh, and Granny just showed up. Granny is in the house, but let me answer this question first. I drove down here from Washington, D.C. for my first time 11 years ago. And I was worried. It took me 5 days to drive. I was driving from Washington, D.C. to Puerto Vallarta. And when I hit the border, when I actually crossed the border, the closer I got to the border, the more nervous I got because I was all by myself. I had everything that I owned in my car. And so they had Mexican federales, police there. They had the United States Border Patrol right there on the border. And I asked the guy from the United States, I said, hey, is this going to be safe? Because you heard this is 11 years ago. And back then they were still talking about, don't go to Mexico. It's not safe. It was same stuff that they're talking about now, right? But the guy just said, don't stop anywhere. Even if you see people with police uniforms on, don't stop. Just keep going. But I had no problems, and I have driven across the border 3 times since I've been down here. Take the toll. I always take the toll roads. You're going to pay a lot of money. You're going to be paying toll money, but the roads are beautiful. They're totally safe. I'm going to say that the highways are in better condition than most freeways that you're going to travel in the United States. But I'm going to say, and I have driven throughout the United States. A former profession of mine is I used to write and illustrate children's books. So school systems would bring me into their schools to show their kids how to do computer graphics, how to do web design. I was advanced in all of my knowledge. Thus, I had the name Bill the Geek. But I mean, I one day I would be in North Carolina, one day I would be in Virginia, the next day I would be in Texas. I'm driving everywhere. And the way I would plan all of my drives is I would leave at 7 o'clock in the morning when the sun was coming up. I'd drive for 8 hours. By then I was getting a little bit tired. I'd grab a hotel and a restaurant and go to bed early. And that's what I would suggest you do as you drive from the border into Mexico. Once I hit the border, I was going to Puerto Vallarta, so I would drive to San Luis Potosi. I think that was about 8 hours to San Luis Potosi, and if I made it that far, then I knew I had another 8-hour drive to get to Puerto Vallarta. So I could do an 8-hour drive and an 8-hour drive. The thing is, you have to plan out your trip so that you can get a hotel, because the downside to driving on the toll roads in Mexico, the downside is in the United States, every exit, they've got 3 sets of signs. First, they tell you where McDonald's is. Then they tell you where the Holiday Inn is. And they'll have like Holiday Inn, Burger King, McDonald's. They have all those signs coming up in half mile, coming up in quarter of a mile, McDonald's, coming up in a third of a mile, Burger King, but in Mexico, that is rare. So you can drive by a major city and there are no signs. And if the major city is behind a hill or something, you're not going to see it. So you need to do your research. So you might drive down for 8 hours. After about 6 to 8 hours, you want to look on the map and see what hotels are available so that you know where to stop, so that you know on exit number so-and-so and so-and-so. So get up early, get on the toll road, do your thing, and then know that the hotel is coming up. And also, here's a trick that I learned also. I was looking for a specific hotel. I think it was called the College Inn. They're really nice, really new. They're all over Mexico. I'm pretty sure it's called the College Inn. I'll think of it. I'll take a picture of it. I walk by it every morning. But so I was looking for this place. I had no clue where it was, so I found a taxi driver. I'm driving, but I find a taxi driver. And I said, hey, I'm looking for this hotel. I'll follow you to the hotel, and then I'll pay you when you get me there. So I gave him like $10. I followed him to the hotel. So there you go. I think that you will be totally safe driving from the border to wherever you're going, as long as you just drive in the daytime. Now, if I was I never drove in the nighttime in the United States. Animals, deer. When I lived in New Hampshire, I met many people in New Hampshire. I would meet them and they would have this big scar over their face like that. I swear to God, a big scar all the way across their face. And I'd say, what happened to you? Oh, I was driving on the highway and we hit a deer and I flew out of the windshield. Hey, man. Now in Mexico, it gets worse because you can have cows in the road. You can have goats in the road, pigs in the road. What did I live out? Cows, goats, horses, pigs, people in the roads. So don't drive. I don't drive at night in Mexico. Even when I was living in Guadalajara, if I was going somewhere at night, I just get a taxi. But drive at night. Oh, no, drive in the daytime. Know where your hotel stay is going to be. And I think that you will be totally safe, totally okay. And I hope that answers your question. I've been talking quite a while here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here. Miriam, life is so peaceful here in Mazatlan. It is. And that's one thing that I want to say. There is a lot of peace in Mexico and people living life. I mean, people living life. I can't share that enough. That's why I love living in Mexico. Yes, I live 2 blocks from the beach. I can, when I get done here, I'm going to get up and walk down to the beach, just walk around. It's peaceful down here. When I walk every morning, I do my 4 miles every morning. And hey, y'all, I just read a report last week from some doctors. It said that walking 4 to 5 times a week, 3 miles or more, reduces the possibility of a heart attack. It says something like that. So I'm going to keep doing it. But I walk by this place, and every morning there's like 30 bicycle riders out there. They're all together, getting together before they launch off on their ride. The sun is just coming up. It's a great time to be bicycling. They got a vehicle that follows them, so they don't have to worry about crazy people driving up and hitting them from behind. I mean, people and the people that I live with in this complex that I live in, these people are just enjoying life. And Miriam's saying it's so peaceful down here in Mazatlan. Hey, I spend a lot of time making these videos, editing video, doing all this graphic stuff because I love it. But whenever I leave here, all I see is people enjoying peace. And that's why I encourage as many people as I can to move to Mexico, because it's crazy in the United States. I read the newspapers all the time. Check out what's going up north. I've got a lot to say this morning, but let's keep on going. Licia Hawkins, good morning, y'all. Joining live from Houston. Woo-hoo. Okay, let me keep going here. Memo, what's the best way to arrange a place to stay right away on arrival? I have a small dog and a cat, 20-pound. Now, what's the best way to arrange a place to stay right away on arrival? Okay, now, Namo, I'm wondering, are you talking about a hotel? Are you talking about like an apartment? That's 2 different things. If you're looking for a hotel, look that up on the internet. Getting an apartment, that is a totally different story. I've done a video on getting an apartment in Mexico. And if you go to my website, billthegeek.org, that would be billthegeek.org. Let's see. Yeah, I've got a video on how to find an apartment, billthegeek.org. And if you go to billthegeek.org, look up FAQs, frequently asked questions. I have 3 realtors listed there: Katie Ibarra in Ajijic, Chapala, and I have 2 here in Mazatlan. They can help you find apartments. And very soon to come, I'm offering very shortly. We're about 18 minutes into the hour. I'm getting ready to share with you guys a vast amount of information coming up very shortly. And the link to this vast amount of information you will find in the description below. Miriam, the weather is sunny, warm daily, safer here in Mexico than cities in Canada and the USA. Crapo, Dr. John. Many years ago, the North Ward of Newark, New Jersey was considered to be the safest of neighborhood because that's where all the mafia. That's funny. That's where all the mafia live. Yeah. Hey, you want to be safe? Go live where the mafia lives. They don't blow up their stuff If you're in the other cartel, they may go and blow up the other people's stuff, but they ain't going to blow up their own stuff. Jack Webb, I have a property manager who will take over when construction is complete. I'll give everyone information on how to get up there. Thank you, Jack Webb. Chris is Jalisco, Guanajuato, travels and adventure. That would be Chris in the house. Go check out his channel and subscribe. JR, we got all kinds of people talking about stuff today. We have 46 people in the house. We have 18 likes. Thank you for showing up, clicking that like button. We are 20 minutes into the hour. I haven't even looked at my list of things to talk about, but I got stuff to talk about this morning. But let me look down here and see what people. Please ask questions. I got a thingy for that. Hold on a second. I'm looking for something. I'm sorry that I'm look. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Ask a question. Why not? Yeah, ask a question. Why not? And also tell all your friends, share. We hit 7,000 subscribers like about a week ago. But we're growing the channel. The channel is growing. And excuse me for not looking at the camera over here all the time, but all my comments are on the computer over here. So I got to do this. I'm way backed up. JC yesterday just drove down from Mazatlan to Ajijic on Highway 15D. This is a toll road. Nothing to worry about, people. Bill is right. The cartels are on our side. They have so much invested in tourism. Thank you so much. Also, I got to tell you, I don't know if this is JC of John and Chris. I don't know. But a couple of subscribers emailed me about a week ago. Hey, Bill, we're driving from Ajijic to Mazatlan, and we're looking for a place to stay, and we have all this luggage. Can we leave your stuff in your place? We're going to be in a hotel, then we're going back to Ajijic. And then we're going, but our car's small. So I said, sure, we'll pay you $50. I said, oh, no, no money. No, just come leave your stuff. So they were very nice. John and Chris, they came. It was like Thursday or Friday. Really nice people. They said, hey, you want to go to breakfast? Sure. We went to this place called Ponchos. It's a 2-block walk from here. They've been living in Ajijic for about 8 months, and they're looking for an apartment or for a house in Mazatlan. And they've been living in Alaska for 32 years, snowbirding in Phoenix. Really nice people. I run into so many wonderful people through this channel. If it weren't for this channel, I don't know what my life would be like. This little window on computer 2 is popping up. So see, I'm really sophisticated here at Bill the Geek. I got the computer in front of me right here. There he is. There's Bill the Geek right there. And then I got my backup laptop over here. All I got to do is train my finger to go where I want my finger to go. Then I'll be good. I get confused. Finger, go over there to the big mic. Then I got my microphone, and then I got me, Bill the Geek, right here. Yeah. But anyway, sometimes little messages pop up on that screen. I have no clue what's going on. Let's see what else is happening. Okay, NVHT 47 degrees. Oh, man, we got a lot of people in the house now. We got 50 people in the house. We got 27 likes. My computer's on fire. It's burning up. Why? Because I'm crazy. I'm crazy in Mexico, and I love being crazy. Next month, I will have been here for 18 15 years. But NVHT, 47 degrees Fahrenheit. I am in Busan, Korea right now. Wow, what time is it there? Hoping it's my last cold winter ever and I can be living in Mazatlan by the end of autumn. NVHT, NVHT, we're here waiting for you. We're going to hold you a spot on the beach. When you get here, we will have tacos for you. We'll have some tequila for you. We'll have some Corona beer. And I've been drinking Corona for a long time. I didn't know that Corona means the crown. Whatever, that's pretty cool. But you come on down Nemo in Colorado, I had a deer hit the side of my truck in the daylight. It hit me. Yeah, deer. Deer don't play, man. I don't mess with deer. Brian Maiden in the house. I just like to click his button because I like to see his picture. I can't help it, Brian. Look at him. Good morning. Nothing going to stop me from visiting Mexico. It is dangerous everywhere in the world, and you are so right. And people are talking today. Dan Mack in my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. Cold and frozen here in German Village. I tell you, if you ever visit Columbus, Ohio, German Village is, I'm almost going to say the place, the village. German Village is the bomb. If you visit Cincinnati, I forget the name of the place, but yeah, Dan Mack, always great to have you in the house. Nemo, I'm Laura. I'd like to arrange something for longer than a hotel. Well, something longer than a hotel. Laura, I think you're going to want to look up Airbnbs. And Laura, I forget where you're going. Are you coming to Mazatlan? If you're coming to Mazatlan, contact one of the realtors. Go to billthegeek.org. Go to FAQs. There's Alejandra Campos listed there, and also Kimberly Ann Cook. I tell you what, Alejandra has been very busy. She's been very busy. Try Kimberly Cook. You can find all of her information at billthegeek.org. In fact, I got a little button for that. Where is it? Here we go, right here. That's what we're talking about. Go to billthegeek.org FAQs for all of your information needs. Not all of them. In 3 minutes, I'm going to tell you where to get all of your information needs in about 3 minutes. Okay, man, we got so many people, and people were asking questions today. What's up? We got 51 people in the house and 32 likes. Gotta love that. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. Wow, we got stuff going on. LJ is in the house. LJ, always happy to see LJ in the house. I put up a video, and I'm going to say like 60% of the time, I'll put a video up, and then LJ will say, he'll text me and he'll say, I'm the first one. Watch your video. LJ doesn't miss anything. LJ gives me tips on what I should be doing. He sends me messages on what kind of videos I should make, everything. But before we talk about LJ anymore, let's go and give a special thanks to Dr. John for supporting the channel, because all this stuff that I do doesn't just happen automatically. It takes a lot of work, a lot of equipment, even the software I'm broadcasting. It's called StreamYard. I love this software called StreamYard. But thank you very much, Dr. John, for contributing to the channel. I mean, I really appreciate it. Let's see now. Let's keep going. Big Mike is in the house, not live from how do you say that, Big Mike? I wish we had audio. I ain't proud. I can't say all this Mexican stuff just because look at it. Look at it. You can see it. It might be Mexican. Whatever. Enjoy. And Dr. John with his $5 says, enjoy a cold Corona on the beach while we're freezing here in New Jersey. And Dr. John, I know you'd be living down here if it wasn't for your kids and your grandchildren close by in Pennsylvania. Oh, man, we got all these. Oh, the place is on fire. We got 53 people in the house. I got to make an announcement here. We got so much stuff going on here. Oh, man. Oh, wow. I need somebody. I need to hire somebody to help me out. LJ Anthony in Perle kept Pierre Sernin in North Ward. Okay. Man, wow. Oh, Bill enjoying his single life, peace, quiet, and freedom. I almost made a video about my single life. That's a whole different video. Okay, I got to scroll here. Tampa, Florida, it's only 50 degrees, Kevin. Oh, it's going to get better. Don't worry, it will get better soon. It will get better very soon. Steve Butcher, go Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks. Ooh. Well, thank God the Bucks didn't play TCU. No, thank God the Bucks didn't end up playing the Georgia, whoever they are, because you see what they did to TCU. That was ugly. Nana, German Village, especially for Oktoberfest. Yes, the Germans, they really love some Oktoberfest. And let's scroll down here some more. I see that Thomas, thank you very much, Thomas. I love that hairdo. And I love that dental work. I bet you had that done in New Jersey somewhere, right? But thank you for contributing to the channel. It's so greatly appreciated because I got some trips to make. I'm so behind. We got 54 people in the house. We're rocking and rolling. Oh, okay. Okay, I got something to say. Then I'm going to move ahead. I've got a long list here. But let's see. That was us, Bill. Oh, cool. John and Chris, thank you so much for your help. Okay. JC, that is John and Chris. They were just here like 2 days ago. Super nice people, wonderful people. And I got all their stuff. in the next room. They have like 10 pounds of marijuana in there. They got 5 pounds of fentanyl. They got 2 pounds of cocaine in there. I've already been through half the cocaine. Then I'm gonna get into the fentanyl. Sorry, John and Chris, but I had to go through the stuff, see what was up in there, and when I hit the cocaine, I was like, woo, yeah, y'all better get back here soon before I get into the marijuana. Ha. Oh, this is funny. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good time. Mamo or Laura, I will absolutely check out your webpage. Okay, here you go. I'm thinking at least 3 months, maybe longer. Oh, man. What is going on? We got all these people contributing cash to the channel. What happened? I was poor. When I woke up this morning, I had like no money. I was begging. Oh, man. People just doing their thing. Kelsey McMartin coming through with her $4.99. And right after her, we got Robert Lee Badgett coming in with another $4. I think I'm missing people. Well, I'm going to stop talking. Just let people Give up the cash. You got to like that. Oh man. I'm going to tell you, I'm having a good look at what's going on now. Look at what's going on now. We've got 59 people in the house. I get excited. Because I'm a young and growing channel. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. If you guys watch the Yarboroughs, they're up to like 40,000 subscribers. I want to catch up with them. But I've got a lot on the list. I've got a lot on my list to talk about. Let's talk about some of it. Tomorrow morning, things to do in Mazatlan. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'm going whale watching. I think that video, I will have clips on the whale watching, hopefully next week. I get on this, they say it's a yacht. It doesn't look like a yacht. I've been on a yacht. This is not a yacht. But they say it's a yacht. We get on there. We cruise around in the ocean for like 3 hours. They say we should see whales, porpoises, and sea lions. But Robert of Rob and Sherry of the Reina del Mar bed and breakfast, he went on a whale watching trip, and they were supposed to see whale and dolphins. They didn't see anything. Okay. I'm still planning my trip to Durango. Durango is about a 3-hour drive from here. And they say, and there are 61 tunnels going to Durango, 61 tunnels, population 3 million people last time I looked. And I'm just fascinated with this place, but they have like 0 expats living there, which fascinates me even more. I'm thinking it is a hidden treasure for low cost of living. I bet everything there is really inexpensive. I bet rents are really inexpensive. I bet properties are very affordable, inexpensive. I almost used the word cheap, but I'm headed there within the next 14 days. I'm organizing that trip. Oh, but driving there, I've been looking up on the internet. One way you're going to pay $50 in tolls. When you're driving on the toll roads in Mexico, have a bunch of Mexican cash with you. You can pay them in US dollars, but you never know how that exchange is going to go. Have some Mexican dollars with you, because like every 15 miles, every 30 miles, you're going to be dishing out cash. But driving to Durango, which I could do it, but it's going to cost me $50 in tolls one way. So I go there, I go back. That's $100 for a 3-hour drive. That's like driving from Cincinnati, Ohio to Cleveland, Ohio, which is actually a 4-hour drive. But for $100 round trip, if I take the bus, it's going to cost me, I ride in luxury. I don't have any worries. I can use my video camera on the bus. I bet it's only going to cost like, I bet it costs like 600 pesos, which is $30. But then because I'm old and I have a senior citizen Mexican discount card, I'm going to pay half of $30, which would be ding, 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 $15. So I'm going to take the bus, and I'm going to take one of those double-decker buses, and I'm going to book my seat down here. You book your bus seats just like you do airplane rides in the United States or throughout the world, of course, Canada, the United States, or Japan, Tokyo, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to book a seat on the second floor of the bus right in front, because we're going through 61 tunnels. And one of these tunnels, it's like the second highest bridge. We're going to go over the second highest bridge in the world. But anyway, so I'm booking that trip. So all of these contributions that you guys are making to go whale watching, it's going to cost me 700 pesos. That's $35. They wouldn't take my senior citizen discount card. So, but anyway, $35, and hopefully we see some whales. Hopefully I can show you some whales next week. Steve Butcher, what are you talking about? Kelsey, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Paulinina Tomzak. Are you related to the quarterback from Ohio State? Tomzak? Whatever. Okay. Steve, I'm broke. Can you lend me a 20? Sure. I can send 20 pesos over to you in PayPal. 20 pesos. I'm good. Let's see what Dr. John's talking about. LJ, my kids love MX. But they have young kids of their own. Not easy to get away for a trip to New Jersey, much less Mexico. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Mamo, you're right. I bet the kids loved having you around, retired teacher, and loved it when authors. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Mamo is talking about my former profession. I had so much fun. I love kids. I only pretty much presented to kids between kindergarten and 6th grade. And I really love 4th graders. 4th graders are my favorite people because 4th graders are at the point where their knowledge in their brain is starting to work. And they're not cool yet. They think it's fun to learn. And one of the best stories I have from being on the road was, I mean, when I show up, kids are buying my books. I only had 3-4 books back then, and I sell the books. Make my presentations. I've got all this cool. I've got my computer stuff set up. I mean, this presentation was the bomb. One principal at one school, he was in Cincinnati, Ohio. Warren, I forget Warren's last name, but he had a fun school, and the principal and the parents they make the schools go round, but he called me the James Brown of author visits. The James Brown of author visits, because I got down. The kids, when I showed up with all my computer stuff and I was putting faces on faces, editing video in front of the kids, saying, hey, this is why you want to stay in school and get an education so you can learn how to do this stuff. But so when I was in this, by the time I get to the school, I'm famous. I wasn't famous all across the United States, but when I got into that elementary school, I was famous. And one time I had to go into the principal's office for something, and there was this little kid in the principal's office. Maybe he was in 2nd grade, little white kid. I think I was in Indiana. And the kid looked up at me, and he looked at me like, you're Bill Dallas Lewis. He didn't say it, but I could see it in his face. And then he looked down at his pants, and apparently he had wet his pants. That's why he was in the principal's office, right? So I looked down at his pants, same time he did. Then I looked at him in the eyes. I said, hi, how you doing? You okay? And that was really tricky. Another really fun thing that happened to me is I was doing this gig in Ohio, and I was doing the kindergartners, and they had put me down in the music room, which was in the basement of the school. And so I'm in the basement doing my presentations. They bring the 6th grade down, then the 5th grade down, then the 4th grade down. So I was with the kindergartners, and the kindergartners didn't take music classes, so they had never seen the music room before. So I give my presentation to the kindergartners, and I'm all done with them, and they're leaving the room, and the last little girl in the group came up to me, and she said, Bill Dallas Lewis, do you live down here? That was great. I tell you what, writing and illustrating children's books and making those author visits was almost as good as being with you here today. Okay, Paulina. Paulina, do you play any instruments, Bill? Yes. I started with the clarinet, went to the tenor sax, taught myself how to play guitar. I used to have a 12 string guitar. And then I gave all that up for the flute. So right now, the only instrument that I play is the flute, and I love to play jazz flute. And I only play for myself. Fourth grade is fab. Hey, yes. Fourth grade is fab, just as you say, not jaded yet. But last I taught kindergarten, I don't see how anybody can teach kindergarten, because them people are crazy. Those people are crazy. You got to have a lot of energy to do that. Okay, Wilson Soto, are you still in the Mazatlan area? Yes, I am very much so in the Mazatlan area. Let me catch up on some of these comments. Yeah, I'm still here. Been here for 8 months. I have another year and a half on my lease. And last week I showed you guys what they've done to the upstairs. Oh man, it is awesome. And for you guys that didn't catch that, this is, I go up there, and JC, John and Chris, they came and dropped off their stuff, and I had to take them up here. The property owners just added all of this stuff up on the deck. And this is where I shoot all of the intros for all of my videos now. I mean, this is the bomb up here. I mean, look at that. That's where I live. This is Mazatlan. I mean, I go up there, shoot my videos. I go up there to edit video. That's what you call living right there. I'm living. Come on down here. Come on down here and live, you guys. You can live like this all over Mexico. Okay, now let's see what's going on here. Kelsey, I'm flying into Puerto Vallarta at the end of this month and need to take a bus to Mazatlan, where I'll stay to finish my temporary residence. Do you know a good facilitator in Mazatlan? Ooh, a good facilitator in Mazatlan. Okay. I'm going to say no, I don't. But that brings up this thing here. Let's see, where am I here? Where am I? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Let me scroll down through here. I'm trying to do this. Okay, I'm having a little technical difficulty right now. Technical difficulty. Oh, this should not be this difficult. But in the description below, oh, what's going on with this? This should be working. Okay, so my good thing is not working here. I'm having a technical difficulty I'm having a technical difficulty right now, so let me try to do this again. I'm sorry, folks. I'm having a technical difficulty, and hopefully I can get this all set up in a second. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. Oh, there you go. I've hooked up with this group here. It's called the Mexico Relocation Guide. And maybe you guys have seen some of her videos. It's Mariana. Let's see. Okay, it's Mariana Lang. A link to her website is in the description below. I'm putting up a video tomorrow morning all about her services, and I'm going back to the question from Kelsey McMartin, who's just asked me, hey, do you know a facilitator in Mazatlan? A link to Mexico Relocation Guide is in the description below. And Mariana Lane has put together this network. It's a vast network throughout Mexico of facilitators that help people get their residencies and visas. And she's very thorough. Not only does she do residencies and visas on this website, she can help you with hospital care. She can get you tours if you're thinking about moving to a city and you want a very thorough tour. Where are the grocery stores? Are there expats in the city? Where do the expats hang out? Where are the legal places? Where do you pay your electric bills? Mariana Lang and her Mexico relocation guide. The link is in the description below. The thing is, to get to the real information, you're going to have to pay her a fee. I think it's almost $500, but it is a lifelong membership. She updates it every day, and there's all kinds of stuff in there. In this relocation guide, there's all kinds of stuff in there that you just won't believe. So I'm going to let that go. It's in the description below, and I'm putting up a video on all of her services first thing in the morning. That thing is up and ready to go. Let's see what's going on now. Let's see what's going on now. We have 56 people in the house. We welcome everyone. And I still have a lot of stuff going on. I still have a lot of stuff on my list here. Okay, now let me look. Oh, Keith Hanna. Keith, I didn't know you were in Toronto. Oh, Keith, happy to have you in the house. Namo Laura, what a terrible reason to be in the principal's office. Principal probably didn't tell him to go to the bathroom when he asked. Oh that didn't work out so well. Okay, now Keith Hanna, a Cohiba cigar and a mixed drink at sunset on the rooftop would be perfect, Bill. You guys don't believe this rooftop. It is the bomb. If you look up the bomb in the dictionary, they show you a picture of this rooftop. They say, when people say the bomb, this is what they mean. They're talking about this rooftop in Mazatlan, Mexico, where you can see the ocean and the three big islands right off the beach. That's what they mean. Now, also coming up very soon, this is January the 14th. In about 3 weeks, they kick off Carnival here in Mazatlan. Carnival. This is the third largest carnival in the world. Third largest. I don't know who the largest is. I guess that would be Rio de Janeiro. But they say 1 million people come down here. And I'm thinking, boy, that would make a great video. But I'm thinking, how am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? How am I going to get out? 1 million people. And it's all down to Malecon. Mazatlan has the longest Malecon in the world. It's like 17 kilometers or 21 kilometers, depending on who you talk to. So that's about 13 miles of bars, restaurants, and ocean. And it's all clean and beautiful. It's awesome. If you think that the Puerto Vallarta Malecon is nice, I mean, I lived in Vallarta for 10 years. If you think that's nice, if you think the Ajijic Malecon is nice, if you think the Chapala Malecon is nice, you got to come to Mazatlan and then put 1 million people on that bad boy, and you got a Malecon. Well, that's coming up in about 3 weeks. It's called Carnival. They'll have all kinds of bands here. This year they have a special guest, and the special guest is Gloria Gaynor. Gloria Gaynor is putting on a concert for a carnival. And if you don't know who Gloria Gaynor is, she did that song, I Will Survive. And I would sing the song, but that would probably bring up copyright issues. But it's a big disco song. Came out like when I was younger, when I was like 30 years younger, maybe when I was like 40 years younger. But Gloria Gaynor's going to be here, and it's going to be a party that is coming up in 3 weeks. It will be a zoo. But I tell you what, I tell you what, when I lived in Vallarta and they would have those big parties and festivals like that, all of us people that lived there, we never went. It was a zoo. All these people and people from out of town, people getting drunk, people partying hard. The beaches would be just filled with people and umbrellas. If you live here, it's kind of like a nightmare. So I don't even know if I'm going to shoot any video down there, but it's here. It's here, baby. We got, check this out. We have 56 people in the house and we have 43 likes. Thank you so much. I still have stuff on my list. I still have stuff on my list. Mamo Laura. Here we go. Oh, Mariana, Mexico relocation guide, doesn't have a facilitator in Mazatlan, but she mentioned knowing someone who others have said can help. Thank you very much, Laura. What's going on, Brian Lee? Mariana is great. And Mariana interviewed me. About 3 weeks ago. Wonderful interview. She has 17,000 subscribers. And I put up a video this week where I interviewed Ernie Baca. Ernie Baca of retired. What is it? Oh, come on, Ernie. Come on. Retired. It's retired something in Mexico. But I did an interview with him this week. And him and Mariana, they're both really knowledgeable about relocation, about visa status, about how much money you need in the bank, how much income you have to have. And Mariana's site, again, the link is in the description below. Let's see. The link is in the description. There it is. Learn how to move to Mexico and have a better life for less. There it is, right there. And if you go there, she has all of this information from all over Mexico. She's in, and I'm putting up a video on this tomorrow morning. But when I interviewed Ernie Baca this week, and you want to watch that video. He's a very interesting guy. We don't talk about immigration. We talk about his past life. He was a U.S. Marshal. His wife currently is retired from the FBI. She's a Puerto Rican. Ernie is a mixture of Puerto Rico and Mexico. But he's done some funky stuff with the United States Marshal Service. And so when Mariana wanted to interview me, I asked Ernie, I said, Ernie, is Mariana, is she for real? I mean, does she really have all of these connections? Now, this is a federal guy, and his job sometimes was to lead the United States, go to Brazil, catch bad guys and bring them back from Brazil to the United States, put them in jail, right? And Ernie says that all of Mariana's information is totally intact. Her people were vetted. They've been tested. They speak English. So Mariana's website is a very good lifetime investment. And I have some stuff to show from the website here shortly. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Robert says Mariana is the bomb. If you look up the bomb in the dictionary, they got a picture of my rooftop and a picture of Mariana. Okay, I'm telling you. Oh, Kelsey, Mamo, smile. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, Miriam, JB, to answer your question, let's see. And I'm missing comments. We have 59 people in the house, and we're getting so many comments, I can't keep up. I'm sorry. JB, to answer your question regarding masks. It is not mandatory to wear mask when shopping, but sadly, many locals are still under the false impression that it's healthy to wear the toxic mask. Okay, I'm not touching that. So yes, it is optional. And it's funny down here. You see, hardly anybody wears a mask down here, but you do see people wearing masks, and it's funny because when I leave my apartment, I'm always careful to get all of my keys. I always take a list of what I'm going to buy at OXXO. Do I have everything? And then I walk out the door. And when I walk out my front door, it's a beautiful view. I'm on the 4th floor. You saw the deck. So I've got this great view of all these palm trees and the mountains. And now when I walk out on the deck, I always feel like something's wrong, but it's wrong for the right purpose. And it's wrong because I don't have a mask on. Does anybody else feel like that? It's like you go out, you leave your place, and it's like my face is open and I'm just breathing freely. But anyway, very few people wear masks down here, though you hear a lot of people sneezing. There's a lot of flu going on down here, but 'tis the season for that. Okay, I'm wearing a mask in Florida. Mamo, Laura, I'm wearing a mask in Florida. Too many sick people here. Nothing wrong with slapping on that mask and keeping that funk off of your face and in your. Let's click on Brian again. I just love watching his picture. Will that new rooftop increase your rent next year? Well, Brian Maiden, will that increase my rent next year? Well, I have a 2-year lease, so I still have a year and a half on the current lease that I have. And my landlord lives in Durango, which is 3 hours away. So hopefully she doesn't find out about the roof. Ha ha. But I'm sure my rent will go up in a year and a half. And I'm not allowed to say how much I'm paying for rent because the establishment here will get upset. But I have a very good rate. Okay, here we go. Ramblin' Rose Homestead. Ola from San Antonio, Texas, moving to Cuernavaca in April. We'll be investing in Mariana's relocation guide soon. Enjoy your channel. Ramblin' Rose, thank you so much. And if you click my link and then invest in her travel guide, then Bill will get a little bit of taco money. So think about that. That's the first thing you want to do. Oh, Jeff Beck. I posted on my Facebook page. Jeff Beck just died this week. I've posted my favorite song on YouTube. Jeff Beck, Freeway Jam. He died this week. I think it was spinal meningitis. I think it was. He was 78 years old. I love that song. Freeway Jam. It came out when I was in college. I listened to it this day. Yeah, Jeff Beck is no longer with us. Boy, that boy could jam, especially when he played free. I'm getting chills just saying it. Thomas, hey, Bill. How's the scuba diving in Mazatlan? I have no idea. But it's got to be great. I mean, the ocean's right there. I'm going whale watching tomorrow. So I would suppose it's got to be good. Oh, retired in Mexico. I think there's one more word. Retired in Mexico. No bull. But I put up that video this week. It tells you all about the life and history of of uh of Ernie Baca. And the funny thing about Ernie's life is he grew up in southern Texas. Both of his parents, he's an only child, both of his parents were professors at colleges. His wife, who retired from the FBI, she's a doctor. I think she's a doctor of biology. She got her undergraduate degree or graduate degree or doctorate at Columbia University. And we talk about, hey, Ernie, you're Mexico, you're Mexican, and you got all these professional Mexican hookups. And we talk about, well, why doesn't the media talk about these guys? They tell you about El Chapo and how dangerous Mexico is, but why don't they tell you about the vast number of very well educated business professionals, colleges in Mexico? Why don't they talk about that? And thinking about things that we really like to see, it is Brian Maiden donating cash to the channel. And Mr. Maiden, I've just showed your picture so much because we love you so much. But I got to play the video for that. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. Thank you, all of you guys, for just showing up. And thank you for supporting the channel, you guys. Thanks for showing up. And I'm going to tell you guys something. We're having we got a good thing going on today. I hope you guys are enjoying what's going on. I don't have any video clips. All I've got is Mariana's information. That link is in the description below. I tell you what, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this thing here. I'm going to, okay. I hope that I can pull this up. No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, here it is right here. Here we go. Okay. I'm hoping that I can pull this up right now. Come on now. I've got some information from, oh no, that's not what I want. I'm sorry, everybody. There it is right there. Okay. Hopefully I can pull this up in a second. It's information from her website, and it's some nice stuff. Come on, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Google Chrome window. There we go, right there. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. There we go, right there. Now you can go to Mariana's website, and she has a lot of free stuff on the website. And right here, you're looking at world's best places to retire. And you can see on this list of world's best places to retire, number 2 is Mexico. That's just a little piece of free information. But on her site also, one thing that I didn't know was these are 2023 rates, money that you need to get your temporary residency. And you can see there it is by city. Look at Denver. If you look at Denver, you can see that in savings, you need $172,000 in your bank account or $4,000 a month. And you can see on the left-hand side next to Denver, it says you need $43,000 in the bank, or you need to be bringing in $2,593. This is on Mariana's website. Now, something I didn't know at all, is that you can see at the top of the list, we have Houston. No, that's top of the list. We have Denver. And then below that, we have Houston. And so if you live in Houston, you have to be bringing in $3,300 a month. But in Denver, what for? You need 20. I mean, I didn't know it varied by the city that you were in the United States. What? It varies. Look at that. Look at that. From Toronto. Now that's in Canadian dollars. That's not the same. That's apples and oranges. In Tucson, you need to be bringing in $3,000 a month, $180,000 to get a permanent visa. But she has all of this helpful information like that on her site, and it's all up to date. Also, something that kind of freaked me out on her site was what you're looking at here are shoe sizes. And these columns, okay, US, you can see US men and US women. And like I wear size 11. I wear size 12 shoes. I wear size 12 shoes, but in Mexico, that's a size 29. Okay, because they don't, it's the metric system down here. So when you buy a blouse, you buy a brassiere, you buy clothing of any kind, you buy some socks. Well, these are all the things in the video. I'm going to publish this video tomorrow morning. In the video, I say that Mariana helps you from head to toe. She can, in this vast daily updated website, she can help you find apartments. She can help you explore a city that you think you might want to live in. She can share with you information about which cities will fit, which cities or towns in Mexico will work with your budget. It's a wealth of information. So I'm going to get out of that, but that link is in the description below. Let's go. Let's see what the guy over here is talking about. That's Bill the Geek. That's Bill the Geek right there. Look at him. Oh, he's got two computers. He got two computers. There's one. Oh, but he doesn't know how to control his finger. There's one. There's a computer over there, and there's Bill the Geek. Okay, so let's go back to the other Bill the Geek over here. Let's see. Let's see what people are talking about. Annie. Let's see now. Those are not income requirements for those cities. They are income requirements for the embassy located in the city. Thank you very much. And that's why it is so wonderful. See, Annie, the reason, I'm going to tell you something, Annie. The reason that I put that graphic up and said what I said, I just wanted to see if people were listening. Okay. That's all. Okay. But Annie, thank you so much. And that's why it's so great for us to get together so people can check me and make sure that what I'm doing. And Annie has more to say. You can go to any embassy to start the process. Annie, you are fabulous, and we appreciate your comment. Big Mike, size 12 is a size 30 in Mexico. Well, thank you for your correction. People are on it today. Some embassies only allow local residents to apply. Camping Allen is in the house. We see him time to time. Sometimes he's here and sometimes he's not. But we're always happy when he shows up and he is in the house. Okay, you guys. Well, it's 1 hour and 14 minutes into the hour. And let me say, I think this little banner down here that says ask a question. Why not? And for all of you people that have given me corrections and that have added to the content of this video, thank you so much, because there's so much that I don't know. The only thing that I do know is in one more month, I will have lived in Mexico for 18 years. And I know that I have loved every minute of it. I mean, I have loved Mexico so much, and I encourage, especially if you're much younger than me, I'll say it, I'm 66. But if you're working online and you're 25, come and live in Mexico. You can live in small towns, you can live in big cities. And if you're working online, live in this place for a year, live in that place for a year. I've lived in about 5 different places in the last 8 months. Let's see, what month is this? Oh, in the last 12 months, I've lived in at least 5 places. I've lived in a farm. I've lived in Chapala. I've lived in Ajijic. I've lived here. And there's one other place that I'm not thinking about. But I tell you, I love Mexico. The people here are so loving. And when I interviewed Ernie, Ernie Baca, that video came out this week. It came out on Tuesday. But he said, he said, people talk about the cost of living. They're moving here for the cost of living. They're moving here for the cost of living. But he said, it's really not the cost of living that it is the great thing about living in Mexico. It's the people, and it is the love that is down here. I mean, Mazatlan, the population is somewhere between 300,000 to 600,000 people, depending on what municipalities that you include. But if I go down to the Malecon with my little camera, and if I say hello to every Mexican national that I see, I'm going to say that 80% of those people, maybe 90% of them, will smile at me and say hello. There is so much love in Mexico, and people are so honest and so helpful in Mexico. There are so many. You come down here and live, but but anyway. So I was thanking you guys for correcting me, for adding to the conversation. But Mexico is fantastic. And thank you for you new people showing up, having more questions. Okay, Miriam, thank you, Bill. Just back from there you go. Brian, just back from a 5-night desert camping trip, right on Camping Allen. Where the heck was that? And Brian Sau, there is a waiting list to make an appointment at the consulate in Seattle. Does anyone know how long it takes to get the first appointment for temporary visa? Okay, and I tell you what, one thing that I do know is you can always contact my attorney, Abaro. You can find him at billthegeek.org under FAQs. And no matter where you are in the United States, you can contact him. You can get his help. But then you might have to spend a little bit of time in Ajijic, Chapala to get all the stuff taken care of, or Guadalajara. Now, let's see. What else is going on? Lisa Clausen. I need to move my piano to Mexico and have no idea how to move it there. Are there any good international movers? You will find that information with Mariana. She has a network of international movers. If you email me directly, my email address, let's see if I have a banner for that. Let me see if I have a banner for that. For my email. Oh, there you go. Email, there you go. Bill Dallas Lewis 10 at gmail.com. There's my email. Email me directly. There is a mover that I know of in Ajijic. I'm sure there are more of them. That's the only one that I'm aware of. But on Mariana's list, she has a network of international movers. Oh, what's going on? I'm in the wrong spot here. Let's go back to comments. Let's see what's going on. Wow, man, you guys are just hitting it today. Financial statements are not needed anymore. Just a signed letter from your bank stating that you have the money in the bank and the income required. And you're in Toronto, right? But Mariana will tell you it depends on what consulate you go to, and what day it is, what time it is, and what they had for lunch. So it all depends on who you talk to, what time it is, and what they had for lunch. Mamo, Laura, thanks so much for this, Bill. It's helped keep me motivated. Have had the hardest time finding a vehicle to drive cross country in. If I have to, I'll rent a U-Haul, tow my car, and stash stuff in Arizona. Well, good luck to you, Laura. Then head to Mazatlan in my Bolt. Big Mike, next week, can you address where to buy or rent a car when you live 2 hours away from a big city? Right now, off the top of my head, is I would go to Guadalajara. Or I tell you what, Big Mike, there is a very good Facebook group in the Ajijic area. Go to Facebook. I tell you what, Facebook almost all the time has come through for me. Facebook has helped me out a lot. So go to these big city Facebook groups. Guadalajara has one. Ajijic has several. There are several in Mazatlan. Go to these Facebook groups and ask the people. And these are and go to Facebook groups and then type in expats in Mazatlan, Canadians in Mazatlan, Americans in Mazatlan, or whatever the city is, and you will find the answer to that question. Okay, Brian Saul. I know I'm messing that. Bill, I am going to Ajijic in February. The weather should be great. Jack Webb. Just got property tax bill for 2023 for the condominium, $67. U.S. Sire beats property tax bills in the United States. Isn't that amazing? Where I was living in Chapala, I think we were paying 1,200 pesos a year for property taxes. 1,200 pesos a year, that's like $60. And 11 years ago, my father died. He lived in Montgomery Village, Maryland, which is 17 miles from D.C. And we had to sell the house right away when he died because in December, we were going to have to pay a $5,000 yearly property tax. And this is 11 years ago. You guys up there in the United States paying $5,000 a year for property taxes? What's that? What's up with that? Yeah, come on down here. Take care of them property taxes. Oh, I live 2 hours south of Puebla. Yeah, Big Mike. Good luck with that. Robert Lee, join Mexico Mule Forum. Bring stuff, make new friends. Do it. Join. Join the forum. Uh-oh. Okay, you guys, my voice is going numb. Jack Webb, now he's talking. And Jack Webb works in the emergency room in Hazard, Kentucky. How appropriate a job. You're saving people's lives and you work in Hazard, Kentucky. Do they have a special sign at the hospital in the emergency room? What does the sign say on the emergency room in Hazard, Kentucky? But what's he talking about? What's Jack Webb talking about? Oh, so he only shows up and leaves messages when he's not saving somebody's life. But I just paid property tax on my townhouse in Lexington, $5,500. Yeah, man. I mean, sure, the people are friendly down here, but I tell you what, you guys saw the deck. I'm going to show you this deck again. I ain't proud. I ain't proud. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this deck. I can go up there right now. It's only 3 stories up. This is where I live. Look at that view. Look at that. Look at the ocean right over there. Look at the mountains. Look at these mountains. There's Deer Island. You got Goat Island, Bird Island. I mean, this is how I live. And I'm in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished. I can't afford to live like this in the United States. There's nowhere for what I'm paying for rent. There's no way what I pay for food, what I pay to get around in Uber. I mean, these prices are wonderful, and everybody is so friendly and loving down here. Oh, it's just like Mexico's the bomb. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but it is the bomb. Let's see what's going on. Uh-oh, Big Mike. I just paid $100 for property tax for the year outside of Pueblo. That's 2,000 pesos. Thank you. I love it when people share their pertinent information. And we've been riding the pony here for an hour and 26 minutes now. Wow. And people are still here. We got 51 people. Oh, somebody just left, but we got 50 people in the house, 49 likes, $40 worth of showing appreciation for the channel. We're having a good time. I'm having a good time. Hey, what's this? What's going on here? Sherry Harms from Hoko to Peck. We have been working with Seniors Sanchez since October. Seattle is slow. Need to be patient if you use the Mexican Seattle consulate, 3 to 4 months. If you're in, oh wow, that's terrible. See, and also I tell you what, I have heard of slow consulates. I have heard of rude consulates that treat you like crap. I'm talking about the ones in the United States sometimes. And I know that some of my subscribers have said that my attorney that I list, he's listed under my attorney, my immigration attorney over on the billthegeek.org FAQs. Obaro. He has helped people switch consulates. He has helped people switch consulates so you can get a faster appointment and people that are nice. He has done that, I am sure. Lisa Clausen. Oh, Kevin Perkins. I paid $5,600 for my property taxes. That's funny. Ooh. Lisa, thank you so much for your channel. It just feels so overwhelming to coordinate all this move. Appreciate your help in this and the contact. Lisa, it's my pleasure. This is what I do. I'm old. I'm 66 years old. I'm 66 years old, and this is what I love to do. I love to share information and make people happy. And when JC, the guy, he left a message up some time ago. He and his wife, Chris, came by here and they left their luggage. We never met before, but he sent me an email. Hey, can we drop off our stuff at your place? He left 3 very heavy suitcases and a big bag like this that you can carry on your shoulder. Can we leave your stuff at your apartment for like about 3 weeks? Yeah, sure, man. I mean, yeah, Lisa, this is what I do. This is what I do because helping people is good, and helping people live better and in a place where people don't carry guns to Walmart. Nobody has a gun in Walmart here. Okay. Laura's talking about 310 property tax on a place, 3/4 acres with a mobile, but that's because it's homesteaded. Otherwise, it'd be 1,200. So people sharing their stuff. That's a big property, Mike. Okay, Kevin, very happy to have you here. Oh, look at that. We got 52 people in the house and 52 likes. Right on with the right on. Hey, Wilson Soto. No. Paid 11 grand for property taxes in Texas. Now that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Lots of money. Kevin, yes, thank you, Bill. You make this world a better place. That's what I try to do. This all make the world a better place. In another job, let me think about this. Oh, before I wrote children's books for 15 years, I was a business information consultant. And that is a long story, very long story. But I made good money on that job. And I could it was easy to work, maybe 2 hours a day, make $1,000. This is about 30 years ago. And one time, I had a very good commission. And for you rich people, this amount of money is like no money. But I made a $40,000 commission on the services that was really cool. I only did about 3 hours of work. 3 hours of work, I made $40,000 because of what I knew. I knew stuff, and I could make that money. So I was so excited when the company processed my check, and I knew the next paycheck I was going to get paid on $40,000, and then I got the check. Okay, of course I was living in the United States. This is 30 years ago or more. Okay, so I made $40,000, and when I got the check was for. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna tell you in a second. Well, Bill, how much was the check for? It was $40,000, right? Right? Well, actually, by the time the city got done with it, the state got done with it, by the time the feds got done with it, and by the time Social Security got done with my $40,000 check, I got $18,000. I mean, that was enough. That was enough money to pay for a policeman's salary back then, I think. But anyway, yeah, taxes are very high in the United States. And we got Anya in the house. Look at how cool she looks in her sunglasses. I told you about those sunglasses. Super late. Hello, Anya. Always great to see you in the house. Okay, the numbers are going down. We got 49 people in the house, so I'm getting ready to get out of here. We've been at it for 1 hour and 33 minutes. Let's check out this. Let's check out this one more comment from Brian Maiden. Looking forward to the day I get a chance to meet you in person. Me too, Brian, and chat and have a meal. To me, your number one YouTuber bringing the best information about Mexico, Brian Maiden. Thank you. What a way to end a Saturday morning with our friends here with this message right here from Brian Maiden. Yeah, Brian, come on down. It's so, I mean, Annie, here's Annie up here. I met Annie. I'm sure that I will meet Miriam. I'm sure that I will meet Jack Webb eventually. I feel like I've met Dr. John. What a way to live. What a way to live. So here you guys go. I'm getting ready to clock out of here and start this day in Mexico. Let's see. I gotta do this. I gotta click a magic button here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'll click this. So and for you people that are watching the replay, if you decide you would like to donate to the channel, if you are watching the replay and you would like to donate to the channel, just go to billthegeek.org, click on FAQs, and there's a big picture there. It says donate, and you click on that, and it'll take you into PayPal. And in there, you can use Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or PayPal. That's how Granny donates. Okay, now here we go. So let's go back here. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. I forget what buttons to click and what computer monitor to watch. And then him. You got him over here looking at me funny and stuff all the time, wondering what I'm going to say. He makes me nervous. So, okay, so I'm ready. I'm going to click my final button now. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from, where am I? From Mazatlan, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. And on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we love all the people that show up to go with us live on Saturday mornings. We love them. We love our subscribers. We even love the people that show up that are not subscribed. Don't say anything on Saturday mornings. They just watch. And we love living, and that's why we live in Mexico. So, adios, amigos. Have a great weekend. This is Bill the Geek. Adios.